Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zaire Williams again with Exclusive Media. And this time I'm coming with a little bit of a different topic. This is something that I was discussing with, I actually was invited to a virtual networking event with my college. I'm actually extremely honored to do that. St. Michael's College, thank you for that opportunity. But in that, I was able to it's one of the first times I took the time to think back about my journey and what I've done, kind of how I got here. And one of those, the biggest part of that story is I graduated as a civil engineer. I am now a digital marketing or brand consultant business manager. Brand consulting business owner, founder of Exclusive, and that is what we do. People have asked me, hey, how are you able to do this without the degree? So I just wanted to take some time to talk about just how I got here and really just let you guys know that you don't necessarily need a degree in this space to do what I'm doing. There's enough information out there to learn. So I'm just gonna give you some resources of how you can do it, and just some traps to kind of stay away from. So one of the first things I wanna say, I'm not doing this and trying to sell anyone. There's a ton of people who are creating these courses online and trying to get you to pay all this money to kind of figure out how you can create your social media marketing business, right? I used to work for one, so I know just kind of the engine and how it works. Yes, it could be valuable, right? If you are someone who, quite honestly is lazy and doesn't want to do the work, it could be good. It can give you a good little blueprint, but it's not the end all be all. It's not going to tell you exactly what to do for you. You're going to still have to figure out what works best for you. One, as the entrepreneur behind it, because what worked for the entrepreneur who's selling you the course might not necessarily work for you and your audience, right? So that's still important. That's something that I want you guys to understand. They do have these courses. Maybe it is good to invest in some of them, but a lot of this stuff you can use YouTube Academy for, right? It's just doing the work of researching it and then actually putting it into practice. That's one of the best ways to learn it. For me personally, I wasn't someone who sat down and really understood or knew what it was I was looking for. So that is a challenge, right? You don't necessarily know what you're searching for when you're trying to do this research. For me, it was just about experience. You got to start somewhere. For me, it was shooting video content, slowly started creating content for social media, for Instagram accounts. Really was shooting some videos at the bar scene, the New York bar scene, met some people and slowly went from creating content to managing social media accounts. So that was shooting the videos, shooting some photos, creating some graphics. One thing is great is you can curate content. I feel like not enough people do that. Just find other photos. You can use that on Instagram. You can tag and give your recognition, but use that to kind of curate. And then from there, I went into more of a creative role with the startup, and that's really where I kind of learned what I know now, just what businesses are looking for in their marketing, how you can get a return on that investment, and then slowly started to define kind of where we are at Exclusive, and that's brand development and brand consulting, what that means and how to go about that. So I say all that to say experience is the best teacher. Start somewhere as you're doing it. If what you're doing is for you, you're going to feel comfortable and learn how to perfect that one thing that you're doing. If it's not, you're going to find the opportunity and see something and be pulled towards something that is the next level, right? Whatever you're working on right there on that baseline on stage one could either evolve to something else, or you can double down on that stage and be the best at that. If I was really passionate and my calling as an individual was to become a content creator, I believe as I was shooting content when I first started, I would have fell in love with that more and wanted to do more of that. That wasn't the case. I then got drawn to social media and then got drawn into branding, and that's where I am now. And truthfully, I even now kind of get pulled in different directions where it's business development, or I'm in more of a chief marketing role with another agency that we work with. It's a continual learning process, but as you're in it, you'll be able to define who you are and what it is that you want to do. Another great teacher for people who have not gone to college for some of these things, is to ask people, to talk to people. One of my really good friends, David, he owns a business that really helps college students and recent grads really connect with people who might be in industries that they like or might be interested in, and just those conversations will give you insights on what is being done, so that you know, again, what to look for. At the end of the day, they're not going to give you all of the answers, but it'll give you a direction, and they'll steer you in a way where you can now start to research a little bit more, and then reference back to your YouTube Academy and kind of find the videos and learn that way. Another thing I would say that was really helpful for me in starting, if you're a recent grad or even not, if you're starting this business or thinking about starting a business in the space, one thing I would want to or encourage you to do is do work for free. You're not always going to get paid for the work you want to do. Truthfully, if you're inexperienced and someone is paying you for your work, that's kind of a red flag. I would be willing to give first and learn, and at the end of the day, it's beneficial for you in a couple of different ways. One, it helps you build your portfolio, right? You're learning how to kind of do that process, but then also you're learning the relationships, and you're learning what people want from your services, right? Social media is very broad. Digital marketing is even broader, right? For social media, they can be thinking about content creation. They could be thinking about community engagement, right? You could want you to kind of growth marketing, right? That's another big thing that's going on right now. So you might think that you want to do social media, but even within that, there's some pillars, and the best way for you to find out, again, where you fit in all that is by actually doing it. So do not be afraid to do work for free. I actually encourage you to do work for free to start, but then eventually you need to kind of understand your value and what value you're bringing and get paid for that value, so you could continue to do what you want to do. So those are just a couple of things to help you as someone who didn't go to school for marketing, right? Maybe you're discouraged and thinking that you might not be able to do it on your own. Those are truthfully things that I've learned in my life, and if you speak to any other content creators or digital marketers, I'm sure that they have some similarities. This is still kind of the wild, wild west. People are still trying to figure out how to do digital marketing, and you're kind of just a part of that group, right? There's people that you can learn from. There's things that you can do out in the space. If you're trying to tap into digital marketing, you understand the importance of it. You understand that there is value in content that's out there. So you yourself should start to tap into that and educate yourself on how you can build what it is that you want to build. So again, please let me know your thoughts on this. If you have any other comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section. Would be happy to hear what you have to say. Would love to know your thoughts. If you're someone who started your agency without a degree in it, would love to know how you kind of maneuvered it. And please also leave that in the comments for people who are reading through the comments and trying to figure out for themselves what would work best. Thanks.